Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Teacher David Wekesa. I'm going to take you through Science Grade 9 under Nutrition and Nutrition more so in plants. We understand that nutrition has been classified into two. There is, we have the autotrophism. Then number two, we have heterotrophism. Autotrophism is a mode of nutrition whereby the organisms make their own food through a process known as photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is a process which involves the green plants making their own food using the local available material, that is carbon dioxide and water, in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight energy. Therefore, I want to narrow down and talk about the internal structure of the leaf. The internal structure of the leaf comprises of the outer layer, that is the cuticle. The cuticle is a thin layer, and this layer is transparent to allow the penetration of light to reach to the photosynthetic cells. Also, the cuticle, it is waterproof, has a wax substance which prevents the water loss. Therefore, that is the outer layer. Number two, we have the upper epidermis. The upper epidermis is a layer that follows after the cuticle, and that layer, it's also transparent. Then number two, it's located above the pulsate layer for that maximum extraction of the carbon dioxide that is used in the process of photosynthesis. From the upper epidermis, we move to the what we call the pulsate layer. The pulsate layer contains numerous number of chloroplasts. The numerous number of chloroplasts gives us an explanation why the upper side of the leaf it's always heavy and thick as we compare to the lower side. This is because formation of food now takes place in the what? In the pulsate layer. And because it takes place in the pulsate layer, it's actually on the upper side of the leaf. So the chloroplasts in the pulsate layer, they are the ones that now give site for photosynthesis. From the pulsate layer, we move to what we call the spongy mesophyll layer. The spongy mesophyll layer, it's the broad, large layer when you talk about the internal structure. It consists of the vascular bundles, which that is the phloem and the xylem. Phloem transports the manufactured food from the leaves to where it's required in the part of the plant. The xylem is the one that now transports the water and the mineral salts from where? From the soil up to the leaves, where it is required for the process of photosynthesis. Then we also understand that within the spongy mesophyll layer, we have the air spaces. So that air spaces enable the leaf to carry out gaseous exchange. Remember, the CO2 entry is very important because carbon dioxide is required in the process of photosynthesis. Then from the spongy mesophyll layer, we go to the lower epidermis. And one thing that I should mention under the lower epidermis is that the lower epidermis contains the gut cell. The gut cell, it is actually a bean-shaped structure. And the gut cell, it's the one that now regulates the opening and the closing of the stomata because it has the stoma. At the same time, the gut cell also has got the chloroplast. Inside the gut cell, there is chloroplast. So because it has the chloroplast, then also it is a cell that also gives site for photosynthesis. Then lastly, the layers of the gut cell, it has a thin and thick layers. So we understand that now it assists for opening. It opens to allow the entry of the water, and at the end it closes when there's enough water. And then finally we have the lower side, that is again the cuticle, which encloses the leaf. So once we talk about the internal structure of the leaf, we have the outer, the cuticle outside on the upper side, and again on the lower side. Thank you. Have a good day.